I scared you not pissed about not being named first team all WNBA because you sure played in the last minute like you were trying to prove a point.
That was just a great all WNBA second team performance.
Epic.
That's it.
Next question, front row to the right.
Sab, I got one for you and Stewie, one for you. Just, Sab, walk us through that last play of the shot you hit with a second left, what you were thinking. And Stewie, just, you guys were down 10. I think you scored 13 straight or some crazy number to get you guys back in it. So just what it means to have been sort of the script flipped with you guys being down and then rallying for the win.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't even really remember it. I had to go look at the video really quickly to see like how far I was. But I mean, you know, in the timeout, Sandy kind of was just like, you're going to shoot this shot. And, you know, I feel like I was able to get a little separation in range and get a really good shot to go, obviously wanting to let the shot clock wind down, and kind of got the space that I needed to be able to get my feet under me and feel comfortable taking that shot. And sometimes it goes in, sometimes it doesn't, but I've practiced that shot 1,000 times in my head, on the court. And, you know, I feel like that's just something that as athletes, you put yourself in that position to want to be able to make a shot. And obviously, like, we don't win this game without Stewie. I mean, what she was able to do, just continuing to chip away, obviously she'll speak, but I mean, yeah, there's nothing I can say. Like, that shot's nice, but that doesn't go against what she's been able to do for us tonight and how she was able to just will us back into that game.
Next question, front row to your left.
No, Stewie's
sorry.
question.
Well, like, what was
Just how you be.
Yeah. I mean, I think that we were all kind of just waiting for our moment, you know, waiting for the script to flip a little bit. Know that they, you know, they talked about it. They talked about first 5 minutes, going to come out punching. They punched us in the face in the first quarter, and we continued to wear them down. We knew that our pace was something that made them tired. And for me, it was just kind of like I was motivated. I was mad. And I liked my matchups that I had and really kind of attacking them to make sure that we could get this back into where we needed to be for it to be a ball game.
Next question, front row to your left.
For Stewie, last game it was all the steals. This time it was a lot of rim protection, you know, just defending the Lynx at the rim. What were you seeing defensively, and just how were you able to make that impact?
Yeah, just continuing to kind of be in help side. Know that, you know, we did some different schemes. We sometimes were sending two to the ball and then leaving somebody open and making sure that, you know, between JJ and I, like, we're going to protect the rim at all costs and make sure that nothing is easy, because this is the finals and everything is going to be tough, and we're going to make everybody work for it.
Next question, third row center.
Stewie, it looked like the broadcast might have caught you saying to the bench, "We're not going to lose this expletive game."
That's why I can't be mic'd up.
But can you walk us through either that moment in the timeout and just how you embodied that?
I'm not sure exactly what the situation was. It might have been when it was 71-69, because I feel like we were at that score for a long time. But just, I could feel it, you know, you could feel the momentum was shifting to our side. They were up, and, you know, their shots weren't falling. We were getting good looks, and it's like, if we're going to be this close, we're not leaving here without this win. It's really tough to play in this arena, but the way that we continue to stay together is something that I'm not shocked at, but I am really proud of.
Can I just follow up real quick?
Go ahead.
You said you were mad earlier in one of your answers. What were you mad about?
I was mad we were losing.
Next question, standing all the way in the back to the left.
Hey, she kind of answered the question a little bit with Alexa here, but quite naturally, you know, coming into this building was going to be important, and it kind of had a similar feel to game one. Now that the shoe is sort of on the other foot, how do you kind of take this momentum into game four, knowing that clinching is what lies ahead?
We know we're one game away from winning the championship, and I think that they're going to give us their best shot. They're going to give everything they've got, and you know what? So are we. The turnaround is quick, but we're going to continue to be ready. There's a lot of things that we didn't do right tonight, and have a kind of quick memory. I think that we're happy we got this win, but the job's not done.
Next question, second row all the way to the left.
Sabrina, you had talked last game about Kelly Graves being here tonight. It looked like you came in with your phone. He had tweeted from his seat, was there ever a doubt with video of your shot? Have you talked to him after the game, or have you talked to anyone about the big shot?
Yeah, I mean, I just went up and gave him a big hug. Him and Jody, our assistant coach, came down, and he kind of told me the same thing. Like there was never a doubt. And obviously, like him, Sandy, all the coaches that I've had, just their continued belief and pouring into me means the world to me, whether I make or miss that shot. Like the fact that they kind of trusted me to go out there and make big shots. It's why I love playing for this team and continue to pour my all.
Next question's first row all the way to the left.
Over here, Sandy. Other left.
Oh, that left.
Other left.
Things are different.
I'm tired.
Yeah, that's okay. Just what is it like for you, Sandy, as a coach, when you see a player like Sabrina have that moment, knowing all that she's been through throughout both this season, but also her career since she put on a Liberty uniform?
Yeah, it's pretty special. It was never in doubt. Obviously, Stewie got us back in there, Will just in there, but I just thought at the right time, this is Sabrina. She just made a big shot. She's a great shooter, and she just needed a little bit of separation. And what I love about her is that she backs herself. Not everyone can take those big shots and make them. She can. So I trust her, and she did. She came true, and we wanted to take the last shot, and happy that we didn't have to go to overtime. But really, really proud, of Sabrina and Stewie, but just how we stayed resilient. We stayed the course. That shows a lot of growth with this team and the chemistry that we've built over these last 2 years.
Next two questions will come from the center of the room. First one, the last row center. Mike, go ahead.
Me?
Yep. Yes.
I am the last row.
Yeah.
Sabrina, does this feel like the biggest shot you have made yet in your career? And you said you've practiced this so many times. When you practice, do you ever think this is for the game?
Definitely the biggest shot of my career. And yeah, I would say like I visualize a lot when I'm practicing in the off season, the night before a game, the day of a game. Like I'm always visualizing different scenarios and putting myself in tough situations. Like obviously I didn't play my best tonight, but finding a way to continue to stick with it. And I feel like that's been a big growth for me, whether the ball's going in or not. But yeah, definitely the biggest shot of my career, and hopefully not the last.
Next question, second row right in the center.
First, I want to say congrats on your win. Stewie, I know you said earlier that you played better in front of a crowd that wasn't cheering for you, so that worked out, huh?
Yeah, it did. It's very nice.
My question is, this feels a little bit like game one, just the opposite, right? They dominated most of the first half. Does that feel that way for you? Like this was your redemption? This was your one? This question is for any of you. Or is this a totally different situation?
Not for us. I think that, this feels like we're playing on their home court. And I feel like each game is so different. You go from 1 to 2 to 3. But I think just the way that we continue to fight and be resilient. I don't know. I don't want to speak for you guys. It doesn't feel like game 1 to me. It feels like game 3.
Yeah. Yeah, it is game 3, isn't it?
Yeah.
Who knows?
At this point, I don't know.
Yeah.
Next question, the front row to your right.
Hey, Stewie. I'm just curious when the confidence sunk in for you that you and your team were going to win this.
I think the way that we fought back in the second, knowing that our offense didn't really click yet, but we were able to limit them defensively. But then in the third, when we, had a strong push, a strong punch, you guys know, like the first 2 games, our third quarters have been struggle to score offensively. And we were getting downhill. We were attacking, and we were being confident. And, like, if a mistake happened, like a turnover or a missed shot or like something just didn't go our way, we didn't panic. We continued to play, continued to fight through it because we know how big this moment is. And we have the experience of the good, bad, ugly, and different.
Next question, second row, center left.
Hey, Sandy, this sort of builds off of Jackie's question a little. It seems like in both Sab and Stewie's cases, there was a decision made to go win this game, whether it was Stewie's run or it was Sab at the end. And I just wonder if you had a moment you saw each of them make that decision and just what it's like as a coach to be able to see that happen. You've had no shortage of players do that through the years.
Yeah, 100%. You know, we didn't come out how we wanted to start the game. We knew they threw the first punch, but I thought we weren't playing to how we wanted to play physically, mentally with the pace and everything. But credit to them, they were taking us out of stuff that we wanted to do, and they were making big shots. But, look, I trust this team. I think we've grown so much. We've handled adversity even from game one. You know what I mean? It's more like, okay, this is a totally different game here, and we just had to chip away. But I think, in the second half, I think when Stewie just went on a run there, I think we're playing at the right pace. I think our defense was really high level. We were competing. We had heart. It's not about your schemes and all that in these moments. It's just like how hard you want to compete. And we did. 5 players were on the same page. Everyone that stepped on there did their job. And just in the timeouts, we're very calm, but it's more like, yeah, we're not going to lose this game. And I felt confident. Even with that last shot, I felt confident, okay, because we worked hard and we found a way to win.
We have time for about 3 more questions from the room. Next one, second row, center left.
Hey, Breanna. You go on, I think, an 11-point run for the team, late third into the fourth. And then from that point, JJ hits those 2 shots, Sabrina hits those 2 shots. There's been talk all season long about the big 3. Yeah. But how did today's game in particular just emphasize what that means, and what does that mean to you?
Yeah, I mean, I think that what the big 3 means is, between Sab, JJ, and myself, we know when it's our time to step up and to make an impact. And, over the course of the game, it's like sometimes things are hard, sometimes things are frustrating. I pick up 2 fouls in the first quarter, but knowing that our team trusts and believes in us to be in this position to take these shots to help get the game in the right place. But at the same time, we wouldn't be here without our teammates. And having that trust and belief just gives us confidence. And I don't know, like you guys talk about the run, Sab's shot, like there was so many players that came in that were like such an important piece of what we were able to do tonight just because they made Minnie tired. And that's what makes this team really special, is it's a collective win, even though some of us are shining a little bit brighter.
Next question, front row to your left.
Sandy, first of all, your fit is great tonight. I can't believe no one's complimenting you on it yet.
Thank you.
Sabrina, before you hit those 2 threes, you drove the lane and you dished to JJ on that nice, got her a really good look. How much does that help you get in rhythm to then hit a big shot, just knowing that you made a big play?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's important to just read the game, and being able to get downhill and find JJ on a really important basket that helped us late in the game, because you're just not really one-dimensional. The defense doesn't know what you're going to do. Are you going to shoot it? Are you going to pass it? Are you going to be a screener, a decoy? There's just so many opportunities that when you have the gravity that we have, to be able to just make it tough on the defense. And so JJ, I mean, was huge for us. The way that she protected the rim, hit a huge 3, hit that layup, just continuing to chip away, and it was a total team effort. And like Stewie said, we're not here without every single person on this team.
We have time for 2 more questions. The last one from the room will come to your left in the front row.
Back to me. Sabrina, you mentioned at the beginning of this presser that you initially didn't remember hitting the shot. You kind of blacked out, I guess. When did you watch it back for the first time? Where were you? Were you on the court? Were you back in the locker room? And kind of what was your initial reaction the very first time then you watched the video of that shot?
No, just in the locker room waiting on Stewie. But I would say, I really didn't realize how far out I was. Yeah, I kind of, wasn't sure if I was dribbling with my right or left hand. And then I was like, oh, yeah, I did hit that step back. But I just didn't really realize how far I was. But like I said, it's a shot that I take often. I take in practice. I take before the game. It's not like a Hail Mary, hope this goes in. It was once I got it off,
I was like, yeah, this is in.
All right,
Okay. Thank you.
last question will come from Zoom. Russell, go ahead. Russell, you'll be our last question.
Hi, everybody. Congrats on the win. Sandy, question for you. In the first half, Minnesota built that lead. You went to Niara Sabally. She really provided you guys with some great minutes. Just wondering what you saw that led you to put her in there for an extended period of time, and just what you make of her performance.
Yeah, no, I was really happy with Niara. It was the plan to give her a few more extra minutes tonight. Stewie came a little sooner because Stewie got into 2 fouls early, but she played so hard. She was winded by the end of those 7 minutes. We played her 7 minutes in a row, but she was so effective. Just the ability, like they'll being so aggressive. And what Niara brings us is she's always on her front foot, getting downhill. She's always going to run the floor and 100, just 100 miles an hour, which is what we needed. So it's been great to see her growth, and it was never in doubt there. But obviously I went to Sluty early too, and I thought that changed the pace of the game. We struggled a little bit. I thought, not often do I sit both of these at the same time, very rarely. But I felt like we needed to at that moment, and I think they gave us really good energy that, we got it back to 10 after that first quarter, and I think that was the thing. We just got to keep grinding, and I think as the game went on, we got back into, playing Liberty basketball.
Sabrina, Sandy, Breanna, thank you.
Guys,
Thank you.